With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker. The future is feeling.
Back trackside once again, race fans, here with Swift Motorsports Butt Kicker Silverback Tax Solutions Xfinity Series on the Turn 3 Racing Network. That's right, race number 4 gonna fire off here tonight in season number 4 for these Xfinity drivers. First time they will be visiting the 1.3 mile Super Speedway, nestled in Lebanon, Tennessee. That's right, just outside of Nashville's city limits, so to speak. You're watching the Front Porch 140 right here for Swift Motorsports BUTTKICKER Silverback Tax Solutions Xfinity Series qualifying already underway. Drivers trying to put down some time lapse. There you see one of them out there on track right now, putting in some time. That is that 56 of John Wimbish. We'll get rid of that race information for you. Track temperature, keep that in mind. 99 degrees out there as the 56 of Wimbish around the track for the first time. Slow little exit for him. I tell you what, why don't we go ahead and throw up your qualifying information for you. Top left-hand side of your screen, Josh Weinrich takes provisional pole. Quick time for Weinrich, 30:78. Crossing the line, first time by. Wimbish gonna go 8th on the speed charts. How you doing? How you feeling out there in TV land, race fans? Glad you could all join us here tonight. As always, Dave in the Cave bringing you all the calls from the trackside. You can see the Texas Halloween driver inside the 56 machine. John Wimbish back down into turn 3 and 4. Where's he gonna slot out here in this 5-minute qualifying session? Gonna cross the line, second time lap. Let's see where he shakes out. Not going to move on the speed charts, actually. Wimbish going to get dropped back a position as now Tommy Haynes has put the 17 up inside the top 5. What do you say we go back here? Take a look at one of our previous race winners there. You can see Justin Gannon, his 30 Ford Mustang. He's trying to get around the track and put down a fast time. Nobody beating Weinrich at the front. Fast time tonight in Nashville, 30:780. And Gann goes top of the speed charts, first time lap out, and he's going to lay down a 30:701, and he's going to take the top spot for the time being. Does anybody else out there have anything for him? Why don't we go check on the 22 of Todd Cray here in just a moment. We'll see what Todd Cray can get done out there off of turn number 4. Gann, well, he's going to stay first for the time being, going to cross the stripe. Not go any faster, so let's take a look at Todd Cray here. He's down the backstretch for his first time lap. 22 of Cray through 3 and 4, nice and smooth up to the outside wall. Going to cross the start-finish line right about there. And where's he going to jump? He's going to jump to 6th on the speed charts, and he's going to go ahead and just call it quits. One lap for qualifying for Todd Cray, and he's going to go ahead and pull it to pit road. Looks like right now, with just 60 seconds remaining, Justin Gann will walk away with that provisional pole position. We do have a few drivers out there trying to put down a time lap. Jarrett Lipstruer jumps to 6th. Jason Stewart going to slot in the 13th position. We've got 23 drivers in the field here tonight, and Justin Gann topping them all. Top of the speed charts here in qualifying. We're going to step away for just a brief commercial break. Get things set up and ready to go trackside for your national anthem. So don't go anywhere, race fans. We'll be right back.
Say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly wailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts
And we'll kick things off back down trackside as drivers going to make their way through final pre-race inspection and down to the starting grid. Let's go ahead and run down your championship standings. 3 races into season number 4, and the rundown looks a little something like this. Your pole sitter sitting on top of the point standings coming into tonight's race, Jason Harrison. Right behind him, Jason Stewart, Darren Clement. Very stacked up field here all the way through those top 4, just 10 points separating them. Tommy Haynes 12 points back from your points lead. How about Ron Shute? He's got a race win to his name so far this season, sitting right there in 7th. Jim Ott, John Peel, Brandon Freeze going to round out the top 10. A lot of big names all over the point standings. We'll head a little bit deeper in the point standings and look at Rhett Tucker struggling so far this season. Tucker has missed quite a bit of the races so far. I believe he's missed 2 out of the 3 races that are in the bag, so he is already going to be well behind the 8 ball coming in to the second half of the season. How about Josh Weinrich? He's going to start second here tonight. He's way down in the points. This just the second race that Weinrich has been able to make it to as well. So we will now head down a little closer to the track as there you see more drivers beginning to make their way to the starting grid. And somewhat of an unknown for these drivers here tonight. Not really sure how these Xfinity cars are going to handle on a track that they haven't really been on before. Haven't really utilized this Nashville Super Speedway track in the Swift Motorsports Butt Kicker Series. So it's going to be interesting to see who's able to figure the track out and figure the car out with the track. Excuse me, my gosh. As this is the first time these drivers have been here, 1.3 miles. It races somewhat like a super speedway, Talladega, Daytona-ish, but much different corner entries. You got to handle the car much differently. And we'll see which one of these drivers is able to get the job done, and it looks like as the final few drivers make their way to the starting grid, the bells begin to ring in the background. It's time to run down tonight's starting lineup for the front porch 140 right here with Swift Motorsports Butt Kicker Silverback Tax Solutions Xfinity Series, starting inside row number 1. He's been to victory lane 1 time so far this season, snatching the pole here tonight, the 30 of Justin Gann. Lined up just to his outside, the 84 of Josh Weinrich. Back in row number 2, Mike Romiger and Jim Ott. Darren Clement and Jarrett Lipscher making up row number 3. In row 4 here tonight, the 22 of Todd Cray looks to visit victory lane back-to-back sessions here. So he'll be able to get that job done starting from the 7th position. Robbie Oddie going to line up just to his outside. 17 of Tommy Haynes going to start in the 9th position with Brandon Freeze just to his outside. Back in row number 6, the 99 of Rhett Tucker and the 42 of David Elliott. Row number 7, Jason Stewart, Jeff Gluckner. Back in row number 8, Nick Hunt. In the 10 of Gary May, John Pill, Gary Wells. Back in row 9. Row number 10 here tonight, the 44 of Jason Harrison and the 56 of John Wimbish. There's the rest of the running order as we get set and we get ready to fire things off for the first time at the front of the field. A green flag is in the air. Green flag flies for the first time here tonight from Nashville Super Speedway. Justin Gann, your pole sitter, stepping out to a good advantage already. Looks to be about 0.3 of a second as drivers already stacked up through the rest of the field. We'll jump around to some of them back here. There you see Matt Malwarebytes machine, piloted by Rhett Tucker. He's trying to turn his season around. He's inside the top 10 now as he gains 1 position on the restart. Lap number 2 already underway. down to the inside. I believe that's watching Todd Cray. Who is that right there? I believe that may be Jason Stewart back here inside the 14 machine in the 4X Racing sponsored Toyota Supra. Supra's out there tonight. We had Fords dominating the field last night across the country. Well, just a little bit across the country. Richmond International Raceway for 2 nights of great racing here with Swift Motorsports and the Butt Kicker Airs iRacing Paints Orca Series, as well as the Performance Truck Series. Those 2 nights under the lights were a madhouse of a show. Here tonight, drivers already picking for positions. We got a pass for the race lead. Josh Weinrich take it to the bottom of the track. He'll pull side by side. Not quite snatching that race lead just yet. Weinrich struggling to get the grip to get the pass done. I believe they're going to give that a lap officially to the 84 of Weinrich, so that's going to be 2 lead changes as Justin Gann went back to the point, and now once again Weinrich goes back to the point. So that's 3 lead changes amongst 2 different drivers early here tonight. And as the front of the field starts to settle down somewhat, Weinrich leads Gann, Rominger, Ott, and Clement. Going to round out your top 5. We're going to jump around the track to a little bit different battles going on. There's Todd Craig. He's got Rhett Tucker looking strong right behind him. The fast forward of Robbie Yachty, the 12. He's right there lurking in the distance. David Elliott, Nick Hunt, John Peel, they're battling with each other a little bit further through the field. Zachary Taylor able to get by Jason Ayrson for 16th last time around the track. And we're noticing the gaps. The gaps aren't really getting that big for a track this size. You would think that once you're able to somewhat break some of that draft, that you're going to be able to just kind of drive away. And although we've got single file racing action here very early, lap number 7 here at Nashville Super Speedway, these drivers are turning in lap times just about a second off from what they set for the fast time already. So very quickly these tires are dropping off the pace. It's actually right about 5.54, so just over half a second fall off already in these first 7 laps, and that's all the way across the board looking down through this timing and scoring. So crew chiefs, what do you do? You know, what do you do when the tires are just getting torn apart that quick? You gotta think that it's going to change any type of stay out strategy. You're gonna want to have those fresh tires because the fall off, it's not going to get much better. I mean, yeah, you're going to get to a threshold where it kind of minimizes itself and the fall off really isn't there anymore for an extended part of the run. Because as we watch that timing and scoring, it looks like it's stabilized right about that half-second fall off now for the past 3 laps. So crew chiefs definitely have to keep that one on their mind all night long. We'll stay right here with the battle with Brett Tucker, Jared Lipster, Todd Cray all lined up with each other. Tucker on the move. He's moved 4 positions from where he started outside of your top 11, now sitting in 7th. Not much going on at the front. Josh Weinrich still leads Justin Gann. Mike Rominger still right there in 3rd. 4th place belongs to Jim Ott. Darren Clement still solidly in the top 5. Jared Lipster has not moved from the 6th position from the start of the race. Rhett Tucker up 4 spots. How about Zachary Taylor in the 9 Toyota Supra? Let's go back, see how Taylor's getting around the track here. There you see that number 9 starting to close in on the 00 of Nick Hunt. He's going to be there here in the next lap or so. We've got a battle back behind them. That's Ron Shute and Gary May going at it with each other. That's a battle for 20th and 21st, I do believe it is. John Peel getting by Nick Hunt for the 14th position. They'll swap that back and forth a time or two. And here's Taylor down to the inside. Once again, this Toyota is absolutely hooked up. He is running very strong here tonight. Let's continue to watch this 9 work his way up through the field, because he is one of the fastest on the track last time by. Looking at the lap time, he's about 3/10 off of your race leader, but he is in the lap traffic. Looking at the fellow drivers inside the top 5, that mirrors the lap times they're really turning in, and you can see not only did he run down that 00, but he has already opened up a gap a half a second between himself, Jason Ayerson, and Nick Hunt. So that 9 has definitely figured something out, and he is on his way. He is on a move up 7 positions now from where he started outside of your top 20, sitting in 15th. We'll jump around the track a little bit. Once again, back up near the front of the field. Todd Gray right here, sitting in the 8th position. It's almost an 8-car breakaway, as you got those small gaps between your front 2 drivers, and then a stack of drivers right behind him. Big gap beginning to start behind Cray and Audi. As now Lipster, he's going to go to the top of the track, and he's going to let that 22 of Cray right on by. Cray going to move back to the 7th position, right where he started tonight's race. So a little struggle on the start. He's got that 22 hooked up and headed back to where he needs to go. Hey, Jess, how you doing? Good to see you checking in out there. And as always, yes, the Let's Go Todd Cray chant out of the fan stands over there with Jess. She's leading the chants. As always, good to see you around. And what a track this is right here. I mean, iRacing went ahead and did it. I'm going to go ahead and do some political moves here. Or I'll call them political, not really, but, you know. NASCAR. What are you doing, man? What are you doing? We've got it on iRacing. You see the great racing action that it provides. And we'll see the ARCA series as well as the trucks hit this track a little bit later on this season. I do believe, if I'm not mistaken, that will be going down as part of the championship rundown for the ARCA series and the truck series. So Nashville going to play a big part in how things happen and shake out here in season number 4 for Swift Motorsports. NASCAR, take notice. This needs to be on the schedule. You need to get the cars and trucks here. The fans will fill the stands. I promise you they do at almost every racing event here. Look at it here. We've got RVs and campers all over the place in the background. We've got a full front stretch of fans out here. Absolutely packed house, not a seat to be seen. Standing room only down there near the fence. Fans getting some great shots around the track. Telling you what, Nashville, it's going to be one of the next big things, I promise you that. We'll head back just a little bit in front of the battle we were watching there with Jarrett Lipster. Todd Cray has closed in once again on Rhett Tucker. He's going to try to take that position away from the 99. Mike Rominger right there, still running solidly in the top 5. He has dropped from the 3rd position as Jim Ott and Darren Clement have been able to work their way on by. Now bigger gaps beginning to develop towards the front. Jim Ott has run down Justin Gann. Darren Clement right there hanging on as well. I'm telling you, things definitely not sorted out. Things starting to get figured out, but not sorted out yet here from Nashville Super Speedway in the front porch 140. You're watching Swift Motorsports Butt Kicker Silverback Tax Solutions Xfinity Series. Tell you what, we've got battles near the front. Look at this battle right here, the 12 to 54, the 17. Tommy Haynes has dropped one spot. He's trying to regain that one just behind Haynes. I've liked this livery ever since I've seen it. I believe I really started noticing it last week under the lights at Texas. Man, that 21 of Brandon Freeze comes into tonight's race 10th in the overall point standings, having solid little run comparative to last year's showing. Starting to really figure out the cars and the tracks, visiting most of them two times now in that car, and it pays off to be back in a Ford Mustang once again. You really learn the handling and the aspects of the car. Driver going to be able to really adapt and learn the most that way, and Freeze running solid right now in 11. Gap back behind this man right here. We'll jump on board. Let's go inside the cockpit here. Let's see how he's doing it in the office. There you see that 4 of Jim Ott as he is all over the tail end of the 30 of Justin Gann. Gann has started to reel back in. Weinrich, there you see the 84 Toyota Supra leading this field. We've got a Supra, a Mustang, and a Chevy Camaro all lined up nose to tail, 1, 2, 3 on the track as we cross the line last time around to begin lap number 24. Drivers will head into turn 3. And out of the exit of turn number 4, drivers going to make their way to the start-finish line. There you see race leaders starting to head by now as we head back into 1. There they all go once again. Stacked up for your first through third positions, and here they come working their way off of turn 2 right into your screens. Look at that ride on my man. Man, I'm telling you. Back at the front, we'll watch this 3-car battle unfold. We'll go back and keep our eye on this battle as well. How about Todd Cray dealing with the 99 and the 29? There's Mike Rominger. He's let Rhett Tucker go by. He's now let Todd Cray go by, and Rominger down 4 positions now. Started in 3rd, now runs in the 7th position. Robbiati still holding strong in that 8th position, has not went anywhere yet here tonight. Still running strong though. The 12 Ford Mustang, there you can see him, the PPG sponsored machine. Headings down into turn number 1. We've got stacked up drivers behind them. There's Jason Stewart. He's trying to run down Tommy Haynes, Brandon Freeze, and Jarrett Lipstruer. Lipstruer leading this 4-car train, in the 42 of David Elliott. He's going to start to make an appearance here very, very shortly. Back to a driver that we talked about making a lot of headway here tonight. He has since kind of calmed down, has lost some of that momentum, and drivers beginning to come back on him and take those positions back. Here's that 9 Toyota Supra of Zachary Taylor. His storm to the front has subsided, and now the 5 of Chad Osborne looks to the inside. He'll go side by side through the center of 1 and 2. He'll drag race off the exit, and Taylor hits the wall. Taylor hits the wall off of 2. Significant amount of right side damage on the number 9. I wonder if that's going to relegate him to pit road. Not just yet. He'll fall back in line as he drops a handful of positions. He'll end up back in 19th, and the 10 of Gary May is going to start to close in. Back at the front, though, here we go once again between your only 2 race leaders. Justin Gann looks for the top spot with help from Jim Ott right there. Little bit of a tap late center of the corner, and that's going to give Gann just enough to get the power down. Will he have it at the line? Yes, he's going to lead a lap. That's going to give us our 4th different lead change amongst 2 drivers. Ott deep into the corner. Deep into turn number 1. Jim Ott threw that auto owner's insurance 4 down to the bottom of the raceway and really packed it in there, almost into the door of the 84. Well, They'll sort things out, keep it wound up, head it towards the front. Darren Clement has somewhat lost a little bit of touch. He's just about 0.6 of a second back behind that first pack. But then you've got Todd Cray leading the charge, man, moving to the front. He's up 2 spots here tonight. And Brett Tucker doing a great job inside his Ford Mustang, the Malworld Bite-sponsored Ford Mustang. Sits in 6th position, started outside of your top 10. He now has moved up 5 positions, running well. Mike Rominger in the 29 machine right behind him. Then another 2 fellow Ford drivers, Robbie Otti and Brandon Freeze, inside the top 10 with the 14. 4X Racing driver Jason Stewart. Right there you see him. He's going to round out your top 10. Jim Ott gonna move past Josh Weinrich for the 2nd position. So Weinrich, although he was leading the race, let's go up here real quick. Let's watch this for one tiny second. We'll go back through the field again, I promise, and just like that, we're gonna go ahead and head back where some of the action is here. Jarrett Lipstruer battling with Tommy Haynes. How about Darren Clement starting to get run down by Todd Cray? Small little battles, small little groups of cars all over this 1.3-mile super speedway here in Nashville, Tennessee. Well, Lebanon, Tennessee, same thing. Check in with that weather report. 99 degrees when we started tonight's race, so a little cooling off going on out there as the sun is beginning to move across the sky. Partly cloudy here tonight, so a lot of cloud cover at this moment. There you can see it just outside of turn number 4. Clouds beginning to break up right as they hit the track. That vortex theory of DW is in effect here right now, as Jeff Gluckner struggling here tonight inside the iRacing Drivers World sponsored 24 machine. Gluckner gonna fall off of the lead lap. He'll be the first and only driver listed off of the lead lap. Back around with some action as we've got drivers breaking for pit road. Jim Ott and Rhett Tucker, they both peel for pit road this time by. Tricky little entry to pit road. Driver's gonna have to nail this first one. Don't want to give up too much time. Don't want to get caught with a pit road penalty early here tonight either. Double O of Nick Hunt was the first driver to pit road. He's already back down and away. John Peel joined him down on the pit road. Race leader Justin Gant stays out on the track. Josh Weinrich right behind him. And Todd Cray now inside of the position. He's running 3rd. Brandon Freeze. Jason Stewart pulled to pit lane. We'll stay right here with this battle between the 22 of Todd Cray and the 32 of Darren Clement. That K&N sponsored 32 machine running very well here tonight. Looks like top 4 going to stay out. No, Justin Gant, race leader, going to pull to pit road. That's going to put the lead back in the hands of Josh Weinrich. Once again, that's going to be 5 lead changes amongst those 2 drivers. Weinrich and Gann, only 2 drivers the lead a lap so far here tonight, but hungry, waiting for it. Todd Cray, Darren Clement, right there. Gann, Rominger, Lipster, Ayerson, May, and Taylor all to pit road this last time around, keeping our eyes on the stopwatches. Nobody so far here hit with a pit road penalty, as Josh Weinberg's going to pull the pit road, and that's going to give us our 3rd different race leader now. 6th lead change of the night. Watching that 84 and 32 head down pit road. There's Todd Cray, race leader. He's staying out on the track. 17 of Tommy Haynes also elected to stay out on the track. Justin Gann is listed as the first driver, 1 lap down. How long will Cray stay out? And it looks like Todd Cray, he's going to go ahead and come to pit road this time. Cray on the pit road. We'll stay with Tommy Haynes. Big moment for Tommy. trying to get to pit road. Take a look at the 28 of Ron Shute. What's he going to do in his Toyota Supra? He's just now heading down the back stretch. Back into turn number 3 here. A lot of drivers already back on the lead lap. The 28, he's going to run this one at least one more lap here. Todd Gray, Tommy Haynes both onto pit road at this time. And, well, Ron Shute, he's going to be your new race leader. 7 lead changes amongst 4 different drivers. No caution flags here tonight. We have been clean and green since the drop of the green flag here. 40 laps in, 41 when we cross the line. Drivers with just 100 laps left to go here tonight. This is gonna get good as Ron Shute pulls to pit road. There's Jim Ott. He came to pit road 2 laps before Justin Gann, and Jim Ott gonna go to the point for the first time here tonight. Ott. No, actually, Jim Ott led a lap. No, he pulled to pit road. That is correct. That is correct. Gonna be our 5th different race leader. 8 lead changes so far here tonight, and now those gaps really starting to show up. Looking for what may have happened to Todd Gray, and we're hearing that the 22 had some trouble coming off of pit road, getting up to speed. Looks like Todd Gray may have had a off-track moment. Oh my goodness. Let's go back here. Let's see, it happened 2 laps ago. Let's jump to the replay real quick. Let's see what happened with Todd Gray. There you see him right there. He's trying to get up to speed and into the grass. He goes and around he goes. Doesn't hit anything. Trying to get the car going and just tough little pit road here. And there you see he's already losing 1 position just on pit exit. Big time mistake here out of the 22 of Gray. He's on pit road once again. Jim Ott back at the front and back at the point. He's got Justin Gann by just over a half a second. Rhett Tucker right there running in the 3rd position now. Josh Weinrich has fallen back to 4th. All over the rear deck lid of that 99 machine, though. He is right there. Rhett Tucker going to have a rear view mirror full here, I can assure you that. Let's go see if we can't take a look. I believe we've got that camera shot. Camera, that is not it. Inside with Rhett Tucker, there you can see him. As Weinrich has been able to get himself by, get around and take that 3rd position away from Tucker as we ride right here on board with that 99, trying to chase him right back down. 45 laps into this race, and we are now starting to see, as we already mentioned, those gaps really start to show up. Jim Ott and Justin Gann, they've got themselves a 1-second advantage over Josh Weinrich and Rhett Tucker. Those 2 drivers battling with each other have about a 1.3-second advantage over the next 2 drivers battling on the track. That's Darren Clement and Mike Rominger. Robbie Oddie about 3 seconds back from there. He's battling with Jason Stewart for 7th and 8th. So there's small battles all over the racetrack spread out as Justin Gann and Jim Ott going to go at it for the race lead. Gann going to go to the bottom, and he's going to move right on around, put Gann back at the point. That's going to give us our 9th different lead change of the night as we cross the line to begin lap number 47 out of the 140 scheduled in tonight's official race distance here from Nashville Superspeedway in the front porch 140. Trying to find some more action for you out here. How about the 7 of John Peel? He's trying to make his way down to the inside and hope. Magic Man, where did he go? Peel's going to go to the inside of Nick Hunt now. Here's that 17 of Tommy Haynes. Todd Gray also back in the distance, down 2 laps after big trouble coming off of pit road. Had to come back down and serve a pit road penalty. So big misfortunes early here for a driver that was very fast. And it looks like we've got a few drivers with a few connection issues here. Nick Hunt having some connection problems. Looks like electrical issues inside that double O. They're going to sort themselves out somewhat here as we stay green flag racing. Josh Weinrich able to get by Jim Ott up at the front. That's going to move Weinrich into the second position. The spots on the track coming at a premium for a handful of drivers. Rhett Tucker up 7 positions. Jason Harrison up 7 positions. Chad Osborne also up 7 positions. As we've got drivers moving one way, we've got drivers going the opposite direction. Jarrett Lipscher has dropped 5 spots. Tommy Haynes has also dropped 5 spots here tonight. The 17 machine now sitting back in 14th in a big drop through the running order in the field here tonight. Down 2 laps here. Lap number 50 out of the 140 scheduled in tonight's official race distance. And Todd Cray down 14 positions from where he started. He is outside of your top 20. Cray was needing to turn some of his season around here tonight, and he is going to struggle, be on the struggle bus once again here from Nashville Super Speedway. 2 previous race winners with some trouble running 20th and 21st, both 1 and 2 laps down. While at the front, Justin Gann starting to get reeled in by the man sitting in second, that Toyota Supra Fast. On the bottom of the racetrack, Josh Weinrich coming back. He is there. He's going to look to make a move here very shortly. I would expect to see that happen very, very soon. Across the finish line, heading back down towards turn number 1. There goes your race leaders. Top 3 all skating by the screen. We'll head through 1 and 2. Out of turn number 2 now, coming right at you once again. Head back down the back stretch into turn number 3 and 4. There's all your front runners, as now your top 2 drivers dip down into turn 3 and 4. Make their way off of the corner exit and head right back to the start-finish line. There you see him. Weinrich has closed in. He has caught up. He's going to be there. He is there. Point standings coming into race number 4 here in season number 4 for Swift Motorsports. Butt Kicker Silverback Tax Solutions Xfinity Series, scrolling across the bottom of your screen right there in the ticker. You can keep track of how things are going for your favorite driver inside of the top 10. We have lots of great information down there on that scroll bar. Keep your eyes glued to that. Keep your eyes glued to all the action on the screen, because it's a battle for the race lead once again. Off of turn 2, Gann moves up the track, back marker right there. Gary Wells in the 33. He's going to keep his Supra to the high side. Mustang piloted by Justin Gann. Your pole sitter makes the move around. Weinrich going to make a move around as well. And as these drivers continue this battle, continue the push with us, our quest to be the best right here. Drop these drivers a thumbs up. Click subscribe and smash that bell over there on the right hand side. Get notified anytime we go live here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. Whether it's myself, Dave in the Cave, or anybody else back at the Turn 3 headquarters, we do appreciate each and every one of you, each and every time you stop by. Whether you're just sliding in to check things out, say hey, or you're one of the dedicated fans, friends, family, possibly even sponsor, we do appreciate each and every one of you. Without you, there would be no us. So show these drivers some love. Drop them that thumbs up. Hot and heavy battle still underway right here at the front of the field. We've seen that fuel mileage about about 35 to 40 laps is when we've seen drivers hitting pit road. So, I mean, that's going to be, it's going to mean a 3-stopper. Like, they're trying to see if we can't stretch this thing to do a 2-stopper, even with Ron Shute, who's sitting off of the lead lap, sitting in the 20th position, second driver, 1 lap down, as Gary Wells is listed as your lucky dog. Staying out there to lap 40, well, that's going to get you to 80, and then that's going to get you to 120. So you're still going to, I don't think you short pitting is really a concern. You're only going to have about a half a tank to worry about on that final run. So, I mean, you can potentially short pit each segment here by about 2 to 3 laps each time. And well, you're going to make up some time with those fresh tires. You may give some of it back, but I wonder, will it be a big enough gain over the course of the run? And of course, that's if we stay green flag racing. We've been clean and green since the drop of the initial green flag here tonight in the front porch. 140 for Swift Motorsports Bunt Kicker Silverback Tax Solutions Xfinity Series. We are on lap number 60. 32 minutes of solid racing action without letting up. We've still got small battles between drivers all over the racetrack. Let's go around. Let's see if we can highlight a few of them here. One of your closest battles at the front of the field between Justin Gann and Josh Weinrich. How about this one between Rick Tucker is right there, Darren Clement. Five cars right there stacked up, running with each other. One of them, the 33 of Gary Wells, a back marker up in the mix. John Windish is going to be next on the list for your race leader, Justin Gann, to put down off of the lead lap. And if you're Wells, you're just trying to hang on right here. You're just trying to bide your time, hang on to some of these drivers in this lead pack, and trying to just get some quicker lap times to be able to possibly catch and pass anybody that the race leader's able to get by. But Gann, he's running some pretty consistent laps here. I mean, the fall off from about 30 laps ago is a solid second. So it appears that after those first 7 to 8 laps, you get that fall off, and then it kind of stabilizes and maintains for the majority of the middle portion of the run. We'll have to look at how it plays out over the tail end of this long run, as drivers are going to be heading to pit road here in the next, I would say, about 10 to 12 laps. We should start seeing those drivers begin to hit pit road for their second round of green flag pit stops here tonight from Nashville Super Speedway. You're watching the Front Porch 140 on the Turn 3 Racing Network. Highly sought after position here in the top 5. Brett Tucker has it. Mike Rominger all over his rear deck lid. He's wanting to take that position away, but Tucker not having almost contact. Tucker trying to squeeze that 29 out of a position, trying to squeeze them down there, see if he will back out the 29, not having any of it. That was almost bad. And, you know, we give these drivers praise week in, week out. It's almost second nature here. But honestly, 66 laps into tonight's race, and we have been clean and green the entire time. These Xfinity drivers have not hit this track before with Swift Motorsports in what some would have called a possible catastrophe of a night. It has turned into an absolute gem, a diamond of a race here tonight as the 7 of John Peel sits 15th. We'll check in on a handful of drivers elsewhere on the track. How about this? Brandon Freese, Tommy Haynes going at it. That's 11th and 12th on the speedway. So as we alluded to not just battles up there near the front. There's small little 2-3 car battles all over this racetrack as things have somewhat paced themselves out. Small gaps throughout the entire field. Justin Gann now enjoys a 1.2 second advantage over Josh Weinrich, who still has Jim Ott towing a little bit off of his car, still sniffing a little bit of the draft. And now Rhett Tucker and Rominger, they're still going at it. We'll go back here right on that bumper, man. He is all over. Out of the corner on the front stretch, they'll cross the line. Lap number 69 now underway, and drivers have almost passed the halfway point here tonight. So what do you say we go ahead and start a little early? Let's head up front and let's give you your halfway point rundown of tonight's race, your driver highlights and spotlights. No need to introduce him. He's a familiar man near the front of the field, has been to victory lane, won so far this season, snatched the pole for tonight's race, came in as your points leader. Driver sitting inside that Ayers Eye Racing paint 30 Ford Mustang. Justin Gann shows the way around Nashville Superspeedway, sitting in the top spot in the front porch. 140, Gann leads the field. Driver right behind him, running in the second position, trying to have a solid finish, turn his season around. Weinrich has been up at the front all race long, has led a handful of laps, and now he's dealing with a little bit of tire fall off we're hearing on the radio. Weinrich still running strong, and he holds a solid second spot. Right behind him, he's another familiar man, straight out of Jackson, Michigan, getting the job done. Jim Ott in that Auto Owners Insurance number 4. And Ott's going to peel to pit road, actually. Darren Clement going to take over the third spot. Rhett Tucker going to drop to fourth, and Mike Rominger going to be fifth. Darren Clement, driver out of Kissimmee, Florida, in the Busch Ford GTR Simulator Infinite Hero sponsored East Coast Motorsports machine. Inherited a top 3 spot. He's been running well all race long. We'll look now back at the driver sitting in that 4th spot. Mike Rominger just took that position away. Rounding out the top 5 was Rhett Tucker, and green flag pit stops underway. Kind of put a damper on the halfway point mid-race rundown. So we'll step away from that for just a second. Weinrich, Tucker, Stewart, Ayrson, Freeze, Peel, Nick Hunt, all to pit road. Justin Gann remains out on the racetrack. He remains your race leader. It looks like he very well may be inching in, closing in on leading the most laps here tonight. Give him about another 20 laps left, and he's going to have that spot secured. Mike Rominger going to pull the 29 to pit road this time around. Let's see anybody else go with him. No, he's going to be the lonely man down on pit lane. Garrett Lipster going to pull the car down this time around the 54, ready for some tires and fuel on his machine. Justin Gann hard on the brakes. Ooh, sideways coming to pit road. Gann for service. Darren Clement going to stay out on the track. That's going to give us our 10th lead change of the night, and Darren Clement leads this field. Ten lead changes amongst 5 different drivers, 2 full runs, 2 green flag pit stops. We have been clean and green since the drop of the green flag here tonight in the front porch 140 for Swift Motorsports Butt Kicker Silverback Tax Solutions Xfinity Series. And with this second round of green flag pit stops heavily underway, we are now down to just 6 drivers left on the lead lap. lot of drivers down a lap here. This is gonna get a little interesting. A little bit interesting. 32 of Clement gonna pull the pit road this time around. What does the 42 of David Elliott do? Elliott making his way around the track, and he's gonna pull the high shock 42 down the pit lane. Tommy Haynes gonna stay out on track, and Haynes gonna go to the top spot. Just a handful of drivers yet to make their second stop here tonight. Tommy Haynes, one of the only drivers not to hit pit road. Looks like Ron Shute in the 28 machine listed back in 14th. He's yet to hit pit road, but he is well off pace here tonight. Tough break for the driver of that 28 machine as Tommy Haynes keeps his Supra out on track right at that 80 lap mark. And I'm just not sure it's worth it. Everybody's going to have to come to pit road at least one more time. I'm not sure the long run is really worth it. I mean, yeah, you may be able to take less fuel at the end. You may be able to take just one can as opposed to a can and a half. But I'm not sure it's going to be all worth the gain that it's possibly going to give you. And who knows if it does. And how about the gain right here? Josh Weinrich stepping out, flipping the track time. He came into pit road sitting about 1.3 seconds back from your race leader. He is now 1.5 seconds out in front of Justin Gann. Weinrich goes back to the point for the 13th lead change of the night. And ladies and gentlemen, that's just 2 laps. 2 laps, and he not only overcame a 1-point-something deficit, he has stepped it out to 1.3. So over a 2-second flip on the stopwatch by coming to pit road 2 laps earlier than Justin Gann. Josh Weinrich now leads the field. He looks to head back to victory lane. Weinrich has visited victory lane in Swift Motorsports before. We know he can get the job done. How long will he be able to keep that 84 at the front of the field? Already Justin Gann beginning to close in slightly. Jim Ott, not really a factor right here. Came to pit road earliest out of all these front runners. Came back down to pit road on lap number 71 10 laps ago. And he is already right about 2.5 seconds off of your race leader. 1.2 seconds back from Justin Gann. Jim Ott sitting in third, struggling a little bit, but he's got quite a bit of a gap back to his closest competitor, Rent Tucker, sitting 2.3 seconds back behind him. Running in the 4th spot, Mike Rominger right here in the 29 machine. He's going to start to try to close in. He's about a second off of pace of Rent Tucker, and he's got himself a little bit of a gap there. You see all the way back to the 32 of Darren Clement. Tight little battle here. Let's go back, check this battle out, raging on between the 12, the 42, and the 21. They'll all go side by side, mix things up. The 12 of Robbiati has the position for now of David Elliott and Brandon Freeze right there waiting in the wings. How about Todd Cray? Still running out there strong here tonight, still sitting 2 laps down. And unfortunately, he's going to need a caution. He's going to have a caution flag fly to benefit his night at all. And even with just one caution, after drivers have been to pit road over 10 laps ago, I'm not so sure he'd be willing to stay out, because he would give up a ton of track time after the green flag were to drop again. And that's all just mere speculation at this point. I mean, we have been clean and green for 84 laps. I don't foresee us having any problems here tonight. Drivers very respectful of each other, very mindful of where they're at on the track here at this small super speedway in Nashville, Tennessee. The front porch, 140 right here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. And And you know what? We haven't done it in a while, so we're going to step away from the mics. We're going to leave the action right here on screen. What do you say we get a little closer to the action and we turn it up? Love it when we get to bring the sounds right through the speakers. Let all of you race fans enjoy all the great sights and sounds here from Nashville Super Speedway. You're watching the Turn 3 Racing Network. That's right, Swift MotorSports Butt Kicker Silverback Tax Solutions Xfinity Series. It's the Front Porch 140 live from Nashville. Back at the front, battle beginning to close in. We'll check it out. Weinrich has been reeled in. Justin Gann right back there again. Jim Ott, he has fallen back. 3 seconds back behind now of Justin Gann. Top two, this is it right here. This may be one of the significant passes in the race. Weinrich to pit road 2 laps prior than Justin Gann. Gann now is going to pull side by side. They'll drag race out of the corner, down the back stretch. Little bit of an advantage now for Justin Gann. He's going to nose forward down into turn number 3 on the high side, trying to hang it out. Not going to be able to get back on the gas soon enough. And Gann gonna make the spot, looking to cross over. Not gonna happen. Block made there. The 30 of Justin Gann gonna officially lead that lap. That's gonna give us 14 lead changes here tonight amongst 5 different drivers. They have been going at it for the top spot. And as this battle kind of settles itself out, let's go check out this battle right here. Mike Rominger. He's been able to get up and around Rhett Tucker, the Malware Bites Ford Mustang, struggling a little bit now as he's starting to drop positions on this longer side of the green flag run. Drivers last to pit road back on lap number 71. So, I mean, we're already closing in on when these drivers are going to have to hit pit road again. Somewhere around lap 101 to 105 is when we should see the majority of the field come to pit road. And I don't know if that is going to get them to the end still. Or I apologize. They're going to be able to get to about lap 110. 110 to 115. I do apologize. Some drivers going to be able to make it a little bit longer there. Ron Shute, he's going to look to extend this one all the way to about lap 120 before he heads to pit road for the final time. But the strategy, unfortunately, not going to pay off for Shute as he is down 2 laps here tonight, joining Todd Cray in the 22. Cray had some trouble early coming off of pit road, got popped with an exiting pit road penalty, and he has been troubled ever since here tonight from Nashville Super Speedway. You're watching Rhett Tucker try to run back down Mike Rominger, but Rominger starting to step away, starting to step it out. He's going to secure that fourth spot. Better not look in the rear view mirror because Darren Clement, he is coming in a hurry. Gap was well over 2-second deficit between Clement and Tucker. And now it is down to just 1 second. So Clement, he is on his way. Drivers almost at that 100 lap mark here tonight, and this has been one impressive run by all of these Swift Motorsports drivers here in the Silverback Tax Solutions Xfinity Series. We have been clean and green, 96 laps done and in the books. We begin lap number 97 out of the 140 scheduled in tonight's official race distance. These drivers have not been playing around. They have been on it all night long. More battles on the track. Let's check this one out. Robbiotti, he's got David Elliott and Jason Ayerson tucked in behind him. So still late in the going, and these drivers are still all over each other. Jason Ayerson looking to move a little bit further up through the field. He is one of your biggest movers of the race. He is up 9 positions from where he started back in the 19th position. Ayerson now runs in a solid top 10, gonna round out the top 10. Driver sitting back in 11th. That is your biggest mover of the race. Let's go highlight this man right here, getting the job done here tonight in that Mobil 1. 5 machine. Chad Osborne has got his super powered up, and he is up 12 positions. Started outside of your top 20, now sits in 11th. And as your race leader, Justin Gann, will cross the line this time around, we will have just 40 laps remaining here tonight from Nashville Super Speedway. Will we see them all run under green flag conditions here tonight? That will be just a testament to itself on how great these drivers are and how well they run out there on the racetrack. If you're looking for a great league to join, we've got them right here on display. Week in, week out on your home for Swift Motorsports. That's right here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. You can find the ARCA Series, the Truck Series, the Xfinity Series each and every week. And if you're looking for some great racing action amongst 4 different series, look no further than right here with Swift Motorsports. You can find them and check them out on Facebook.com. Just type it up there in the search bar, Swift Motorsports. You can also find them here on iRacing.com, the world's #1 racing simulator. You head on over to the league directories, check them on out over there as well. Swift Motorsports, racing 4 nights a week. Great racing action week in, week out. Man, what a run here tonight by all of these drivers. Pit road busy again. Rhett Tucker pulls the 99 down the pit road this time around. He's looking to pull a little bit of an undercut, trying to gain some kind of track time, some kind of track position if he can. There you see Todd Cray. He's making up positions, but he's not making up any ground. I know that sounds a little weird and a little bit crazy, but he's gained 2 spots, 3 spots actually, up to the 18th position now. Still sitting 2 laps down. And with this long green flag run like this repeatedly over and over and over, he's just not able to really catch that break. He needs to get himself 1 lap down. Cray, he's been able to make up spots. He just can't make up laps. Tight little battle here between Robbie Otti and that 12 PPG sponsored Ford Mustang. He's got the Chevy Camaro of David Elliott lined up just behind him. Elliott has been quick here tonight as well. The 42 looking to have a solid run. Second and fourth come to pit road this time around. Josh Weinrich, Mike Rominger, as well as Jason Stewart. They're all going to appeal for pit road this time around, so more front runners to pit road. Gonna keep our eye on race leader Justin Gann. It's going to be interesting. Does he get pulled to pit road with the short pit? It's 34 laps left in tonight's race. Some of these drivers out there, they've been coming right around 31, 32 laps, so it's going to be somewhat of a stretch for Weinrich and Rominger. Wonder if they're going to have enough fuel to the end. They're definitely not going to have enough if we get a green-white checkered, but at that point, I think everybody's going to head to pit road after these long green flag stints. And indeed, race leader Justin Gann getting pulled down to pit road. The threat of the undercut, very real, very alive. Darren Clement going to keep himself out on the track, and he'll go back to the point once again this time. That's going to be our 15th lead change of the night. $15 lead changes in one night, as now Darren Clement going to peel to pit road. Will Jason Ayerson stay out on track and lead the first time of the evening? No, he's going to pull the 44 to pit road. Tommy Haynes, the 17, next driver on track, and yep, he's going to stay out on track. That's going to be 16 lead changes. I'm telling you, these drivers have not disappointed all race long. They have been up and on the wheel lap after lap. Looking through pit road, and surprisingly, everybody into pit road without any problems. Tommy Haynes going to pull the 17 Super to pit road for his service and tires. Josh Weinrich will inherit the race lead, and he has got some gap. He's got some distance between him and fast-running driver that was at the front of the field. Justin Gann now sits in the 4th position. They'll leapfrog Tommy Haynes down on pit road this time around. That's going to give us our 17th lead change of the night. Rhett Tucker came to pit road with that short pit as well. Tucker pit about 3 laps before Josh Weinrich, 5 laps before Justin Gann. So Gann all over him. There you can see Gann now looking to the inside, gonna make the pass. Not much of a battle right there, just straight out flat speed through the center of the quarter. Grab that 2nd position for Justin Gann, and now he's got 1.5 seconds to make up on your race leader. Will he have enough to get there? Or will it be just enough of a gap that Weinrich can secure his first race win of the season and give us our 4th different race winner in 4 different races here in season number 4 for Swift Motorsports Butt Kicker Silverback Tax Solutions Xfinity Series. Gap really not going anywhere. Last time around the gap was 1.59. This time around 1.49, so just a tenth off the gap for Gann. He's gaining, but just not enough. We'll jump back with your race leader as he works his way through some lap traffic, some back markers here separating your race leaders first and second. There you can see Gann just off in the background. The 84, he's got to clear this 10. He's got to clear this 10 of Gary May so he can set sail and try to put some time and distance between himself and Justin Gann, because Gann has gotten around John Peel and now going to begin to set his sights on running down Nick Hunt. As he gets a little bit of that draft, he is going to close in. You see the gap now down to under 1.2 seconds, so a big gain that time around for the 30 machine. Now a little bit of a tow by those back markers, and that's going to slow the 84 of Weinrich down just a little bit more. 0.3 faster last time around was Gann. Nick Hunt and Gary May both going at it on the track. That is a battle for position just behind your race leader. We catch glimpses of that just in the background from time to time. There you can see them battling once again nose to tail as Justin Gann stuck right behind him. Gann trying to make up some time, trying to get up there to the race leader, Weinrich. 2 laps, fresher tires for the 30. Will it be enough? He's going to move up and around Nick Hunt, so he's got one more back marker, and then he can clearly set his sights on that 84 of Josh Weinrich. We're trying to look at the timing and scoring to figure it out, and it looks like Weinrich, in about 10 laps, he's going to run into some more back markers, so now is the time. You've got the clean air. You have got to go. And around both of the back markers, just like that, Justin Gann going to clear Gary May, and he's going to now set his sights on the tail end of that 84. He's got a rabbit out there to run down and catch, and with 25, make that 24 to go. This time around, can Justin Gann close the gap quick enough? He was last on the pit road at lap 105. Will cross the line this time around with just 22 laps remaining. Is there enough fuel on board of that 84 to get to victory lane here tonight to capture the checkered flag and become your 4th different race winner of the season? Man, 22 laps, it doesn't seem like a very long way here, but 1.3 mile super speedway track, it's quite some time. I mean, that's a good 10-15 minutes of solid racing action still on tap for these Xfinity Series drivers. They have been running for over 60 minutes solid, no breaks except the pit road to get a little bit of hydration, fuel, and tires, and they set sail once again. Will we see our 17th and final lead change of the night, or will Josh Weinrich surprise us all by the short pit and get the job done? Not that him in victory lane would be a surprise, but surprising that the short pit, the undercut, actually worked, that it actually paid off with the amount of time that was still left on the track. The amount of laps that were still left on the scoring pylon. And I mean, now you're really starting to see it 0.2 faster last time around. This is where those fresher tires are really going to show up for Gann. Last time around, 0.2 faster than your race leader, Josh Weinrich. He ran a 31.62. Justin Gann running a 31.41. Rhett Tucker a 31.62. So drivers mirroring lap times, but just a tick quicker right now as we cross the line to begin our final few laps. Just 18 laps now remaining for Weinrich. That time around, another 0.2 faster on the speedway was Gann, so he has definitely got the late race pace, the late run pace, and he is going to get there in a hurry. We've got a battle for third and fourth, final podium spot on the night. Rhett Tucker, he's in trouble. He's got the 29 of Mike Rominger beginning to close in on him, and Rominger, he's got 3 lap fresher tires than the 99. How big will this battle be as just now 0.2 separate your top two? Wanting to stay with some of the action. We'll look at this battle between David Elliott. There's Todd Cray just off in front of them. Back to the point, though. Gann is there, and he is looking to the inside. Not going to make the move just yet. 16 laps still remaining. Patient on the throttle. Patient on the track. Justin Gann looks for a move. Block made by the 84. Gann keeps with the move, and he'll pack it in down in 3 and 4. They'll go side by side. Drag race to the start-finish line in the outside wall. Weinrich touches the outside wall, and that's going to give the spot clean and clear to Justin Gann, who goes back to the point. 17th different lead change here tonight amongst the 5 different drivers, and Gann ran down Josh Weinrich late in the goings and grabbed that top spot. We're going to go back, check out this one. Rhett Tucker, Mike Rominger, Jim Ott starting to close in that for Auto Owners Insurance Machine. Lots of lap traffic right here as well. Jarrett Lipster, John Peel, they're going at it for one of the, I believe that may be the lucky dog position. Yes, it is. Lipster and Beer going at it hard for the lucky dog position right now. Both of those drivers still in front of Gary May. Nick Hunt has fallen off pace just a little bit. Todd Cray still sitting 2 laps down, back in the 18th position. It's going to be hard pressed for him to make up any more positions here. Race leader going to have to get up on the wheel if he's going to want a shot at having any other drivers 2 laps down. Rominger going to take the 3rd and final podium position away from Rhett Tucker. Malware bites. Ford Mustang struggling with that late race pace. We've seen it time and time again. Run again here tonight. Still a solid run, still a solid finish in hand for Rhett Tucker. The 99 sits in 4th. Rominger now going to take that 3rd position and begin to walk away. Close battle here between Jason Harrison and Robbie Oddie. That's 9th and 10th on the speedway. We told you there were small battles. We wanted to keep it up there at the front. But just, we wanted to show that action at the front as much as we could there, because that was a beautiful little exchange there. Great pit strategy from Weinrich. Got him out to a huge advantage. Put some back markers between him and Gann. But unfortunately for Weinrich, Gann was able to navigate through that traffic, grab that spot. He is already out to a 1.2 second advantage. So there, once again, you see the fresher tires really show up late in the run. It's not at the beginning of the run that those new tires really show up. It's just that those fresher tires at the end really show out. Three-car battle up here. That's Mike Rominger, Rhett Tucker, Jim Ott, Darren Clement. He's up in the mix. Clement starting to close in on the back end of Jim Ott as well. So we've got third, fourth, fifth all over each other. Sixth place, Darren Clement. He's wanting a top five here with just 10 laps to go. Nick Hunt, he's going to get by John Peel for the 16th position last time around. Lipstruer now being listed as the driver in the lucky dog position. We've had so much racing action here tonight, we haven't had a chance to give you some house cleaning, so we'll give it to you a little bit late. You know what they say, late is better than never. 23 drivers took to the starting grid here tonight for the front porch 140 for Swift Motorsports. Butt Kicker Silverback Tax Solutions Xfinity Series. We have still got 19 drivers out there on the track. Gary Wells still down in the garage trying to fix that super up and get back out on track. But out of those 19 drivers still out on the track, we have only got a handful left on the lead lap. Your top 13 still on the lead lap. Brandon Freeze, he's got himself about a 10-second buffer zone before he may fall off the lead lap. Not sure if they're going to get there or not, but Rhett Tucker, he's starting to fade. He's starting to fall. Sitting in fourth now, Jim Ott looks to close in and take one more spot away, and Darren Clement going to look to stack himself up inside the top five. Clement running right there in sixth, right behind that four of Ott. Little bit of an anticlimactic ending of tonight's race here at Nashville Super Speedway. Justin Gann, we thought that battle was going to take place a little bit longer, but Gann was wasting no time. He got up and around and was gone, and he gone. Checked out. 2.8 second advantage now over Josh Weinrich. Mike Rominger sitting in third, almost 5 seconds behind your race leaders. Now Jim Ott looks to the inside of Rhett Tucker. He'll make the pass. That opens the door for Darren Clement. The 32 K&N machine gonna slot into a top five. They'll drag race for that fifth position down the backstretch. There it is. Job well done. Darren Clement packed it in down on the bottom of the raceway, slid up just enough to get by, but here comes the crossover looking to the inside. Rhett Tucker looks to take that spot back away, and I don't think he's going to get there. No, sir, not going to happen. Not going to have it. Darren Clement now rounds out your top five with the high how are you high five coming out last time around for your race leader, Justin Gann. We are down to just 5 to go. 4 when we cross the line this time by, and there's your race leader. He will cross the line. 4 laps to go. Will Gann throw it away? Good buddy out there in the chat checking in. He says Gann's gonna throw it away. Will he? We'll have to see. I'm still wondering if they've got enough fuel. I mean, we did see a driver stretch at 40 laps. I mean, we did see that. Last time on the pit road, a lap 107 for Justin Gann. I don't know. He's been pitting right around 30 to 33 laps each and every... I don't know, man. I'm glad I'm not on top of the box, and I'm glad I don't have to worry about that. It is Josh Weinrich in a fuel situation because he is falling well off of the pace. Last time by, over 0.3 of a second faster, still was your race leader. We'll look at the stopwatch this time around as Gann turns in a 32.18. A little bit quicker now this time by, 32.27 for Josh Weinrich, as the popsicle sticks went on display last time around for your race leader inside his Ayers High Racing Paints number 34 Mustang. Justin Gann gonna make his way out of turn number 3. Gonna come to the start-finish line. White flag in hand for the boss man in the flag stand, and here you go. White flag, final lap, 1 to go here from Nashville. Gann gonna work his way off of turn number 2 and head down the back stretch for the final time. Down into turn 3. Here comes your race leader. He'll exit turn number 4 and head to the start-finish line. Checkered flag gonna magically appear, and there it is. Flagman with it in hand. Justin Gann crosses the line. He's going to capture the flag and become your first multiple race winner here in season number 4 for Swift Motorsports. What a night. Clean and green all night long, flag to flag here tonight in the front porch 140. What a race. What a night. Wow. Doesn't get much better than this in the 30 of Justin Gann. He will come around and give the fans a little bit of a smoke show. Celebrate his race win. We'll get rid of some of the graphics as we get ready to head to our commercial break to set up your post-race interviews. So as the 30 begins to burn it down, we're going to begin to step away from the track for just a brief commercial break. Get things ready to go for your post-race interviews here from Nashville Super Speedway. Don't go anywhere, race fans. We'll be right back. Back trackside once again at the conclusion of one heck of a race here for the first time at Nashville Super Speedway for Swift Motorsports. Butt kicker, anything really, not just for this Silverback Tax Solutions Xfinity Series, but first time Swift Motorsports in all has visited this track, and they did not disappoint here tonight. What a race, what a run it was. Let's see if we can't catch up and have a few words with some of the drivers out there that walked away with a podium finish. So let's see if we can't dial up the 29 of Mike Rominger. It's Dave in the booth. You got me?
Yeah, I got you.
Hey, man, how you doing? How you feeling after a solid podium here tonight at a track that, well, this is the first time we've been here?
Feels pretty good. Yeah, this is about the first race I ever ran on this track. So, yeah, it was pretty fun. It was tight, plus it was loose, so it was kind of challenging. So,
Well, with this being the first time being on the track here at Nashville Super Speedway, is there any type of track that you could compare it to for the race fans listening out there?
it's kind of it's kind of like Iowa, but less baking, uh, and kind of like Richmond, but with it's probably as fast as Iowa. I'd say Iowa's probably a little faster, but yeah, I'd compare it to Iowa mostly.
All right, so I guess we'll look to see you have a solid night when we hit the track at Iowa. I believe Iowa in the chase possibly for this Xfinity series, but nonetheless, Mike, a heck of a job for you here tonight. You started third place, you finished in third place. Solid run for you tonight. That's going to do well for you in the point standings. You came in sixth in the point standings, so you're going to get a shot in the arm with that being concerned. But heck of a job for you and the 29 crew here tonight. Before we let you go, would you like to give any shout outs, thank yous, love yous?
Yeah, thank you guys for putting on the broadcast and Justin for the league and the leagues or the sponsors and everybody down in performance and teammates and yeah, you guys do a great job up there. So yeah, glad to give you a good show.
All right, my man. Well, again, congratulations on your third place here tonight, rounding out the podium from Nashville Super Speedway. And Mike, we'll look to catch up with you a little bit later on throughout this year.
Thank you.
All right, there you have it. Mike Rominger walks away third from the track here at Nashville Super Speedway. He says it races somewhat like Iowa, somewhat like Richmond. I wouldn't think those two tracks really translate to each other, but hey, I'm not in the car. And we'll just have to take his word for it. That's going to lead us right into our next driver that walked away with a podium finish here tonight. Let's see if we can dial up the driver inside of that 84 Toyota Supra. Josh, it's Dave. You got your ears on, bud?
I got you, Dave. Good to talk to you again.
Yeah, I was going to say long time no talk. Glad to have you back.
Yeah, it's nice to be back. Nice to run with these guys. So it's always a lot of fun when you get to race that many green flag laps. So pretty fun race night. We're just we just wound up being way too tight.
All right, that was going to be kind of one of my next questions was we seen you kind of using that short pitting, that undercut strategy. Was that because the car was either A, too tight or too loose? But you answered that question for us. Do you think you could have short pitted a little bit earlier, or you know what I mean? Maybe have given yourself a little bit bigger of a gap, or were the fresh tires late in the run just that much of an advantage?
And I felt like that was kind of my only play. I was just I don't know. Just Justin was driving so far into the corner and still making it turn in the center. As the fuel run went on, we're just way too tight. I tried backing up my entries and preserving the right front. It just didn't really help. So felt like I could hang with him for 12, 15 laps, something like that. And then we just get way too tight. So yeah, I felt like short pitting was probably the best play. Not expecting to I was not expecting to have as much pace as we did that final run and kind of held on to it there for about half that fuel run. But yeah, I couldn't really back up the short pitting anymore because I only had about 4 laps of fuel left. So, and even if you back it up more, you're going to be giving up too much on the back end. So, I kind of knew there was like a 0.5% chance that was actually going to work. Justin was going to need to make a mistake or get held up in lap traffic or make a mistake on pit road. So, just got too tight. Got in the fence right front, bent in on it. So, just tried to do with what we had, and came home second, and decent points day.
Absolutely a great points day for you and the 84 crew. That's going to give your point standings a shot in the arm after missing a race or two here so far this season. So, Josh, congratulations on your second place finish here tonight. And before we let you go, as always, would you like to give any shout outs, thank yous, love yous?
Yeah, just thanks to all these guys, Justin, Gary, all these guys that put this deal together. So also Silverback Tax Solutions for what they do for the series. So it's fun racing with these guys, and hopefully we can get our Toyota Supra up towards the front and lead some more laps next week.
All right, we'll be waiting out the track for you, Michigan on tap next week. So we'll see how well that 84 is powered up around that track. And until then, my man, enjoy your second place, and we'll try to catch up with you next week.
All right, we'll see you next week.
All right, there you have it. Driver walking away with second place here tonight. Josh Weinrich in the 84 machine. Glad to be finally turning his season around and beginning to set himself up at a good run. Michigan and Richmond up next on tap for the Xfinity Silverback Tax Solutions Series. And, well, we'll get right to it. Let's see if we can't have some words with the driver that took the checkered flag, Justin Gann. It's Dave. I know you got me. How you doing, bro?
Man, that's awesome. Had an awesome night tonight, so super excited. First time out on the track.
First time out on the track. Not only do you take the pole, you lead the most laps. Let's see. Let me see if I can check that. It looks like, oh, no, you didn't get the fastest lap of the race, but you got the most laps led, and you got the most important led, and that's the last one. Checkered flag for you. First driver to victory lane twice this season. How you feeling moving from a track that we haven't been to one that we've been to quite often, Michigan next week?
Yeah. I mean, Michigan is one of my favorite tracks, so I'm hoping to have a good finish there. Definitely stoked to get the win tonight. I had I lost it, lost a podium finish last race, so it's nice to come back with this win. But yeah, I'm definitely excited for Michigan, so hopefully I can pull off another win.
Now, Justin, with the win here tonight, we seen you a little bit behind on the strategy. I don't want to say behind either. You came to pit road after the majority of the field was pitting. At what point did you realize that you were going to have them?
Yeah, I mean, I thought it was going to be between me and Josh there. We were back and forth all night, so I think in the end it was almost really anybody's race. One mistake could lose it. But I was figuring about 2 laps, pit 2 laps after Josh, and I'd be able to hold him off fairly easy. So that's a strategy I kept up with, and it just worked out for me tonight. Zero caution, so that was also a big factor in that because if we would have restart, it could have been anybody's race for sure. Mike was fast too, so I mean, who knows where it would have ended up.
Absolutely. I mean, a caution flag would have changed the game for a lot of different driver situations out there tonight, especially it being a track where nobody really knows how long you should or could stay out compared to the new tires. So strategy would have been all over the board, and that would have really put a monkey wrench into things. But you throwing a monkey wrench at the rest of these drivers here. You walked in as the points leader. You're going to walk out with a bigger lead heading to Michigan next week. Congratulations on your second win of the season. Checkered flag for the first time here at Nashville Super Speedway. And you know the drill, you know the deal. You want to give any shout-outs, thank yous, love yous?
Oh yeah, give a shout out to 4X for all the support throughout the race. We got a 1-2 finish, so definitely excited about that. I got to thank Ayers Eye Racing Paints for sponsoring the car. Definitely go check him out on Facebook, and BUTTKICKER and Silverback Tax Solutions for sponsoring. Without these sponsors, it'd be hard to put the league on like we do, and get the great broadcasting from you, Dave, over there at Turn 3. So definitely shout out to you, and thanks for everything that you do, along with all the administration behind the scenes.
Absolutely. I would have to say, with the admins behind the scenes and the drivers you guys have in on the track week in, week out, you guys just make it easy for us here in the production booth. So hats off to each and every one of you for all of everything you do. And man, hats off on that second win, man. First driver to be able to do that. Congratulations on that here in season number 4. And well, I'm sure we'll talk to you again. What do you say?
Oh yeah, hopefully I can do it again tomorrow in the Cup car.
All right, we'll see you, man.
All right, thanks.
All right, Justin Gann, happy. Flag to flag, green flag racing. Grab the top spot in qualifying, grab the top spot at the end of the race, and he's going to secure a little bit more of a point spread heading out of tonight and into Michigan. Justin Gann inside the Airs High Racing Paints number 30 grabs the checkered flag for the first time here from Nashville Super Speedway for Swift Motorsports. What a night, what a race. Flag to flag, you can't ask for much better. And you can hear already producers hitting those buttons in the background, so it's time to run down tonight's unofficial race results. Walking away with the checkered flag here on the front porch, 141st Swift Motorsports butt kicker, Silverback Tax Solutions driver inside the 30. He grabbed the pole. He grabbed the most laps led. Justin Gann walks away with his second race win of the season. Josh Weinrich gonna pilot the 84 home into the second spot and rounding out your podium tonight, the 29 of Mike Rominger. Jim Ott back and forth. Darren Clement gonna round out your top 5. Finishing in 6 will be Red Tucker in the 99 Malware Bites Machine. 14 of Jason Stewart gonna finish in 7th. The 44 of Jason Ayerson pilots his machine home to an 8th spot. David Elliott back in 9th, and Robbie Otti will round out your top 10. 17 of Tommy Haynes comes home in 11th, while the 5 Mobile 1 machine of Chad Osborne slots home in 12th. 13th tonight from the track here at Nashville Super Speedway belongs to the 21 of Brendan Freeze. Nick Hunt gonna park the 00 in the 14th finishing spot. John Peel rounds out your top 15. Jarrett Lipstraw back in 17th tonight. Gary May in 17th. 18th, Todd Cray. Early trouble finds Cray down 2 laps. He was just never really able to overcome that, and he'll finish back in the tail end of the pack. 19th tonight belongs to Ron Shooten, rounding out your top 20, the 33 of Gary Wells. The Texaco Havoline 56 machine of John Wimbish walks away 21st. 22nd tonight belongs to Jeff Gluckner. The iRacing Driver World sponsored machine has some early trouble. And the 9, after being very fast in the opening, he had some trouble. Zachary Taylor gonna round out the running order here tonight for race number 4 from Nashville Super Speedway, the front porch. 140 for Swift Motorsports butt kicker, Silverback Tax Solutions Xfinity Series. Big shout out, you're welcome, and tip of the cap to the race control and admins down the hall, Andy Starcher, Don Kidder, for everything they do. Didn't have to do much here tonight, but they do keep things straight when we need them. Glad we've got them. Glad we have another great race for all you fans in the stands and all you fans joining us around watching a great race here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. If you haven't already, join us in that push to 3,000 subscribers. Drop these drivers a thumbs up, click subscribe, smash that bell over there on the right-hand side. Get notified anytime we go live here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. And with that being said, stay safe, stay loved, my friends, and until next time, we'll meet you in Turn 3.